Well, good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. We're looking at the forecast for today and for the next several days as well, as high temperatures trend right around 102 today, but a lot hotter as we move into later this week. So likely around 105 to 106 tomorrow and even Thursday, Friday. So excessive heat is going to continue in this forecast. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. We'll be on for the next 10 minutes or so just chatting about the heat, obviously, but also some records we've broken in the last several days, and even this entire summer has been that theme and the trend. But also, on top of that, the chance for rain today, mainly south of San Antonio, better chance for rain next week as a tropical wave moves near the Texas coast and provides, again, a little bit more cloud cover and some hopefully cooler air and even some good rain chances by next Thursday and next Friday. Stay tuned for that. So far this year for 2023, for San Antonio specifically, we're at 49 total days at 100 or above. Extremely hot, way above average. As a matter of fact, the normal amount of days you see above 100 in San Antonio, the average, the normal is typically around 18 to 20. 18 to 20 days above 100. So we're at 49. That's way above average. And as a matter of fact, we're almost near the all-time record. If you look closely at your screen right here, 2009 holds the all-time record of the entire year, annual days, of 59. That is the all-time record in San Antonio for triple-digit heat in one given year. We're at 49. We're 10 days away from that. Based on what we're looking at for the next 7, we'll at least get close to third and second place and may even beat out first place. We don't want that to happen, obviously, but based on how hot this summer has been, I know it's been toasty. It's been way too hot. It's been above average, and it looks like we'll be near those records. Unfortunately, it's, again, not what we want to see, but it's the reality of just how hot this summer has been in San Antonio and for much of the South and the entire state as well. Good morning, Lisa, and good morning, Oscar. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. Again, it's going to be hot today, about 102. CPS Energy has designated today as a yellow day, so conserve your energy between 3 and 8 p.m. Let me fix one thing real quick, and there we go. I think that'll fix it. Okay, so outside right now it's 92, 86 in Helotes, a couple degrees cooler in northwestern Bexar County, 89 at Bandera, 92 at Calaveras Lake, 96 at Moore. We have a northeast wind, which is a little different because typically in the summertime we don't get fronts moving in. So usually we have a south to southeast wind off the Gulf of Mexico, a sea breeze from the south and from the coastal bend. But because of this northeast breeze, where is it coming from? Well, a very weak front is moving through San Antonio as we speak, and it's not going to do much for temperatures. As a matter of fact, today about 102, but what it will do is drop the humidity a little bit more and increase the wind speed, which will again elevate the fire danger today. With lower humidity and a breezy north and northeast wind, that combination plus drought in place, please avoid any outdoor burning because that will contribute to a elevated fire weather threat for today and likely for tomorrow as well. But again, notice north of San Antonio towards the hill country, dew points or the humidity values have dropped into the 50s. Nice up there, but again, it's still going to be hot today. Don't even worry about that. Typically, in the fall, in the winter time, when dew points drop into the 50s, it means great news, but even with a drop in humidity in this summer-like pattern, it doesn't mean a whole lot. Even with that being said, dew point in San Antonio right now, 65, which is still a little humid. We have heat advisories in effect today, which means air temperatures around 102, but when you add in the elevated humidity, especially southeast of San Antonio, up to about 108 to 115. So again, bottom line, it's going to be hot today. This front is not going to do much in regarding the humidity and the air temperature. It'll drop humidity slightly, but not a whole lot. More importantly, when you have a front at the surface and you have daytime heat, humidity south near the Gulf of Mexico, that can sometimes help scare up a shower or isolated thunderstorm. It can help produce that because it's a lifting mechanism. It helps undercut the humid air and it divides that from the drier air, and that creates lift and pop in the atmosphere. And what that can do again is increase the chance of rain. So let's show you what this looks like on wind speed. You'll see as the front moves farther south, it'll stall out sometime between tonight and tomorrow morning. Wind speed's not all that windy, but most importantly, watch this. I'll stop the clock. It's not going to be a lot. But today, about 5 p.m., you'll notice a little bit more cloud cover. It'll be partly cloudy, still highs near 102 to 103. But watch what happens south of San Antonio. So if you're watching from George West, Beeville, towards Karnes City, Victoria, Port Lavaca, and even towards even near Corpus Christi, you have a slightly better chance at getting in on an isolated to scattered shower or thunderstorm after 5 p.m. today. It's not going to be a lot, but notice some of those counties, especially southeast, and even this model is depicting an isolated shower near Hondo, Highway 90, maybe near Divine, and near Lytle, southwest of San Antonio. So again, overall picture of our entire viewing area, small chance is like 10 to 20% that San Antonio gets in on that rain. Again, most of the action is going to develop south of Highway 90, but it's still a chance, and it will create more cloud cover, and it's a little bit of shade. But with that being said, again, not doing much for temperatures in the long range. It'll drop humidity, so in the mornings it'll feel nice, at least tomorrow morning. But in the afternoons, it is still going to be very, very hot, so not a huge change. Tomorrow, it's going to be around 103 to 105. Today, thanks to that weak front moving in, only about to 102, still above average, about 5 degrees above normal. Partly cloudy after lunchtime today, thanks to that front moving through. Small drop in humidity and a small chance at rain, and mostly south of San Antonio. Let's chat about the overall pattern. So watch what happens by next Friday and next Saturday. Well, this weekend, I should say, this heat high starts to move away from us. That's the great news. It's still going to be hot this weekend, highs near 104 to 105. However, by this weekend, this heat high starts to move off towards Chicago, towards the Midwest, and away from Texas. What that's going to do is open up the door south of the ridge and allow for some moisture to move in. Now, this is, again, probably about it's about 10 days out. So forecast models are suggesting by next Thursday, next Friday, some tropical moisture moves into the Texas coast, and that'll increase the chance at some potentially heavy rain. Again, not until next Wednesday, next Thursday, and next Friday. It's about 7 to 8 days out. And a lot of the times these long-range forecast models, each day as it gets more data in, it'll update based on where the tropical moisture is moving through, the exact weather patterns near where it's at, near Florida right now, and also for current and future conditions. So a lot will change in the coming days, but it looks like we'll at least increase the chance at rain for next week, starting Wednesday and Thursday, where we could see a few heavy downpours and even an isolated storm by next midweek. It looks like the bulk of rain, if this were to play out, if this forecast verifies, the bulk of rain would be between Houston and western Louisiana, so the middle to upper Texas coast. But again, timing and location on this particular tropical wave could easily move and fluctuate in the next coming days as we get more forecast data in. So we'll update this. We'll see if this plays out. This is kind of the general forecast for next Wednesday and next Thursday. A low moving into the Texas coast, maybe a tropical wave, nothing organized based on what forecast models are telling us. And it would mainly increase the chance for heavy rain for the Texas coast between Port Aransas, Houston, Galveston, and Lake Charles. Some of that will move in our direction, but again, with 8 to 9 days out on the forecast model, we still have to iron out the details and wait for more accurate data to come in. So we'll update as we get more closer to that event. In the meantime, it's still going to be hot today. Best chance at rain this afternoon south of San Antonio. Tomorrow, 105, 106 on Thursday, and even up to 105 on Friday. A small drop in temperatures, but not by much on this weekend. Still morning lows upper 70s near 80, so very warm overnight trend. Highs in the 104 to 105 region. By next Monday, that's when clouds start to move in. Maybe a stray shower will be possible. But again, just to reiterate, the better chance for a rain event to happen would be next Wednesday and next Thursday if this forecast verifies, which right now, the last couple of days, forecast models have been very keen on depicting at least a change and some more moisture moving in, which would increase the chance of rain, but not until, again, the middle of next week, about 7 to 8 days out for San Antonio. All right, we'll leave it on the forecast a little longer, guys. Getting ready for the news, so tune in to KENS 5 News at noon for the latest on local news, weather, and traffic. In the meantime, we'll leave it on here. Again, it's very hot today. If we see a shower or storm, it'll be south of San Antonio. Only a small chance that moves into the city, but again, mainly south of Highway 90 for the entire viewing area.